Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We are about to start game 2 of the PUBG Reddit end of season tournament. I am Jorisar. With me is DanBennett observing this evening, and we are about to get started on Miramar for game number 2 of 4. Game number 1 was won by Team Baboons, who put in a commanding performance, including 9 kills. Widgaff are in second place with 11, and Team Grinder are in third place with 10 kills, respectively. The God Squad are in 4th, TDT in 5th, Toxic were 6th, Dream Team were 7th, and rounding out the top 8 are the Matthew McConaughey Appreciation Society. 23 teams started. We will see how many of them can improve on their particular scoreboard position on this map. Of course, a very different style of play compared to Erangel, especially in those vast plains with massive mountains for people to climb up. It'll be interesting to see where people go. A reasonable number of squads moving at the start, actually, of the plane path. So it was a 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock plane path, and it looks like Team Grinder are going to be making their way onto the prison island very early on here. We've got one squad, Chumachera, and what looks to be 2 squads shooting towards Los Leones. A lot of people go, really? Are people really going Hacienda? Okay. There are a reasonable number of people going San Martin and out towards the east in the middle of the map. No one going Picado, predictably. Couple of squads going water treatment as well. And interestingly, we have 2 squads up top. Torre Ahumada, one of the newer, shall we say, yeah, possibly one of the newest, actually, places to loot on Miramar. Looking like they're going to be going there very quickly indeed. And the Soup Kid might have told the rest of his squad that actually there's no one in La Cobreria. And as a result, everyone's going to be following his shoots there. San Martin looking like a little bit of a hot spot at the moment, as well as El Pozo, where there are at least 3 teams. We have the Minnie Mouse Appreciation Society here, as well as Painkillers. I believe they bumped into each other last game as well. We also have Team Baboons, the winners of game number 1, dropping here with them. So this is going to get pretty crowded pretty quickly. And oh my goodness, for all of these teams, that's going to be a fun circle to deal with as well. About as south as you can get, with the center of the circle pretty much directly on the coast, as everyone now has to travel to Los Leones for what is effectively now an LL showdown. Hacienda has been taken by Widgaff, so they take Pachinki on Erangel and Hacienda by the looks of things on Miramar. And we have the first knockdown of the game. Aliba managing to get the knock and the kill, actually, onto Dark Blade, but Aliba goes down themselves to Supreme, who's actually firing from really far downtown, managing to get some good shots, though, early on with that M16. And despite not even being in the same building, we'll be able to confirm the kill. So that's M-Mass and Painkillers, both down to 3 people in this game. We're watching Top Mantic now, but there are still 2 squads in San Martin. Dan, if you're listening, I don't have game sounds. So these guys are going to be basically fairly chill. It doesn't look like, despite them being geographically extremely close to each other, that they're going to be rushing into each other's clutches anytime soon. Black Deed on Painkillers. Could be scouting and looting as much of the rest of El Pozo as possible. And they're just going to be fairly stable, looping around these buildings. Nothing too much to worry about, to be perfectly honest. El Pozo also being shared by Team Baboons, don't forget. So Darkblade was downed, and he was killed. No problem at all, Dan. Dan, can we confirm that the stream at least have game sounds? If they do, then we're good to go. Excellent. I can manage without. Don't you worry about poor old Joro here. We'll work this out for game number 3. We're watching game 6. We're not. We're watching game 2, but we are watching team 6. This is Toxic, who have opted to go to the southwestern corner of San Martin. Relatively sensible decision from them there. It was quite crowded to begin with, so moving away over time is always going to be a good shout. We have Team 5 now really rushing in on Team 8, and that is Jinx managing to get a headshot onto Redneck Randy to begin this engagement. This is Whitgaff and Dream Team, 2 incredibly important and very, very strong teams. It looks like LRK and Jonesy opting to get the heck out of Dodge in a sports car by the looks of things. They're going to be making a lot of noise, and they're also going to be getting the heck out. Whitgaff will be able to claim what remains of the south of Hacienda for themselves. London Glasgow United, in the meantime, are going to be close by, but realistically, I don't think anyone is going to be stopping to take shots at them. I'm pretty sure Space Army will be completely fine. Rolluwatch, quite far away, actually. They're a little bit split. If Rolluwatch was to get into an engagement, for example, Space Army would not be able to assist for at least, say, 30 seconds or so, which can be quite a long time in PUBG terms. So a lot of these teams now making their pilgrimage down south for the circle near Los Leones. Pizza is here, conveniently part of Squad Instant Noodles, and also making me rather hungry for dinner. Going to be walking along the broken wall there, and they will remain unseen to Team Tsunami, who are up top. And an AUG being available inside the circle is going to be delicious for any team that fancies grabbing it. And I have a feeling that Instant Noodles will have spotted that that crate was coming down here. Hang on a second. Team 5, Whitgaff, going to try and get a couple more kills there. Ganjaman's going down once again to Jinx. She is an absolute beast today. And Hulk CT also down on the side of the mountain. Some say getting the down, and Airtree and getting the knock. John 41 now in a little bit of a difficult situation with Dovelex. They're just going to be moving away and trying to get into the circle and survive for as long as they can, which I think is the sensible decision here. CJ with a rather awkward headshot team kill onto Hellraiser there. What? Well, it looks like there was a little bit of a disagreement. Whereabouts is CJ? Is CJ in the car? Wow. Okay, I've got no idea what happened there, but ooh, potential for instant karma. Guess we'll have to find out from them after the game. So that's interesting. That was the Noobsters. So clearly a little bit of internal comms disagreement there, but I'm a little bit surprised that it resulted in something quite that drastic. Speaking of drastic, of course, we have people knocked out besides vehicles for approximately the nth time in forever. So nothing unusual there. Team Toxic looking like they're trying to gatekeep part of this road. UK07 and co, that's MMAS getting very close to their location on the road now. Looks like they're going to be setting off in vehicles together. Let's keep an eye on them because they're shooting people as they go by. This is okay. Looking for another hit onto a car popping by. Yes, no? Doesn't look like it. To Puntic managing to get away. That's Team Baboons. Don't forget, trying to build on their win from game number 1. If they can build a substantial points lead, that's going to be incredibly useful for them. And that is Hellraiser being finally killed. Still not sure what happened there. Teams now making their way into the circle. And we can see on the left-hand side, at least 3 teams in vehicles are making their way in now. Team 15, though, Instant Noodles already where Team Baboons might be trying to move in towards the center position. Now, that could be dangerous for them. Cars whizzing on by now from the Penguin Carriers 2.0 against Nano Gamer. Team Zoo already in the circle, but on the western side, they don't have too much to worry about it. Drave now looking for a down potential and out onto Rolu here. Space Army still alive and still has the potential of getting his teammate up. Behind the caravan at the moment, though, he's currently pinned down. Very difficult for him to get to Rolu Arch. Space Army, I think, doing the right thing here, to be perfectly honest. It's very difficult for him to get his teammate up at this point in the game. Not really sure what's going on now. The second team kill there. Dude Grace having to bow out of the game. Although it looked like everyone was huddled together, and then there was a team kill, and then there was losing. So I wonder if he had to leave. I have a feeling that one might be planned. So the first team kill we saw, they kind of downed him and left. That to me sounds suspicious. The second one sounded like I have to go kill me and take my stuff. And I understand the whole killing your teammate bit in that sort of situation, believe it or not, because you don't want someone else to get the points for that kill. So now the circle is starting to collapse in. The most central people at the moment, although I promise you that's going to change, is Dream Team, who are on the south coast, hogging what is very close to that central circle location. LRK and Jonesy. Fending it off potentially from Team Grinder. Lots of people coming in from the 2 o'clock position now. That's two different teams in cars right next to each other. Mr. Sergo and Bonnet Boy, incredibly close. But what they don't know is the Noobsters are here as well. Looking like they'll be able to get by this warehouse without too much in the way of firing. The Noobsters are just keen on staying alive as opposed to getting kills. Although CJ decides to take a couple of last-second pot shots on Bonnet Boy. Will not succeed in getting it down. Bonnet Boy on about 50% hit points, though. He knows, though, that these shots are coming at him from quite far away, and it's unlikely that they will be giving chase. At least not without vehicles. In the meantime, we have no fewer than 7 squads now safely in the circle. This right-hand side of the circle is going to be insane. 6 or 7 different teams driving in. I'm expecting to see some contests on compounds on the right-hand side of the circle. To Puntic from PUBG Lebanon. Fighting against Team Toxic at the moment. Team Toxic, in the big scheme of things, are kind of in the open. They need to make sure they stay in that compound until they ascertain where all their enemies are, then come up with some sort of plan of action. Getting to that compound was very difficult for them. They managed to do it without anyone going down, though, and that's the most important thing. Oh my goodness. Another team kill. That's a 3rd team kill of the day. Or of the game, I should say, even. But Network Nerd is at least getting revived this time around. A 2-man bike seems to be at fault for that. I have to say, Team Kill seems to be top scorer as far as kills is concerned. That is Instant Noodles crossing paths with Dream Team. LRK and Jonesy deciding that the coast is not for them. It's not where they want to retire. Potentially going to somewhere ever so slightly closer to the center of the circle. And that is a member of the God Squad getting taken out by Sway Esports. Probably bad. Goes absolutely ham on Mr. Linus. They're not waiting to see if there are any teammates nearby and instantly going for the kill. The rest of his squad are still alive, but they are near Puerto Paraiso. And it doesn't look like they're going to be staying there very long. The next circle, I'm really not sure whether people should be going south Los Leones in this next circle. I understand the position Team Tsunami are in, for example. Oh, hang on a second. We have Team Baboons and Toxic once again trading a couple of shots. Toxic, if you remember from before, managed to secure themselves inside a building to the south. And it looks like, I don't know, are they going to be pushing out? if neither team is going to be pushing out here, then all they're really doing is wasting ammunition and meds. It's highly unlikely while you are inside the building and not within pushing distance that you're going to get a situation where you get the down and the out at the same time. We're watching Squad 10, Order 66. Haven't seen very much of them. They've been keeping a fairly low profile, but have been doing reasonably well. 20 teams still alive, remember, and we're 16 minutes into this game, so we're quite tense as people get into the circle. Everyone happy to try and jockey for position. Network Nerd once again gets shot at and gets taken down, this time from a different team there, so it is not a teammate. They are having a little bit of an altercation with the God Squad. Still continuing. Unfortunately, they're in the blue at the moment. This could spell the end for Sway Esports. I don't really see a way DanMeister is going to be able to get out of this one alive. If it's any consolation, the God Squad are also in the blue themselves at the moment, so Mouse and Co. are having to waste meds just being here. But they could very simply just hop into the blue. I think DanMeister has to move north. Oh, wow, and Matrax with a VSS headshot onto Space Up. That is big. Don't often see those VSS headshots. And oh dear, John 41 going down now as well. That is team number 7, Team Datterall, eliminated from game number 2. They survived quite a long time, but unfortunately their placing is not very high, with 18 teams still left alive. Everyone doing a good job of actually staying alive a very long time here. 3 members are down, but the guys who got Team Datterall should be able to get all 4 members up, I think, because there was no one else around them. Team Grinder now in this compound, very, very close to PUBG Lebanon, moving up from the south side to try and tackle them. And there's also XA up here from Instant Noodles, who, by the looks of things, just went down completely away from the rest of his team. So he gets cooked. We'll see what else we have in store in this compound. I have a feeling the fighting is not going to be over yet. PUBG Lebanon now moving in very slowly, but with purpose. Almost exactly at the time that Team Grinder are thinking about moving out. Ex-Goliath not in a place with the most cover, though. He really needs to get a move on there. And a couple of shots instantly coming out on him. AMS 1995 is close, but not close enough, unfortunately, as he goes down to Rise. Ghost managing to get the return headshot onto Donsel, though. And he goes down too. Now, this is problematic mainly for PUBG Lebanon, because Team Grinder have the benefit of being inside houses. It's easy for them to find opportunities to res. And PUBG Lebanon, unfortunately, have to rely on being in the great outdoors. Ghost gets finished. Ronnie Cray looking for the remaining kills. AMS trying to be revived. Donsel just can't see them. Oh, and that is a beautiful couple of frags. Rise and Ronnie Cray combined do an incredible job for Team Grinder, and they take out PUBG Lebanon here in game number 2 of the PUBG Reddit end of season 12. The gatekeepers now off the right-hand side of the circle has the potential to be the Penguin Carriers 2.0. We can see the whole of Team 18 there. Team Phantom going down. Team 22, Sway Esports, close by. And Widgaff outside the circle at the moment. Still 1 minute for them to start moving in, though. No real pressure on them to do anything in the next 10 or 20 seconds, but it feels like they're being gatekept quite horribly. Pardon me, that's not Team 18, that's Team 16, the God Squad, who looks like they are all dead. And Widgaff need to find a way to rotate around. So rotating further south to avoid Team 23, Team Tsunami, makes a lot of sense here, but they are going to run straight into the Penguin Carriers as a result. Johnny Tsunami, team captain. We'll see if he can bring the waves to the rest of Widgaff, who are rotating south. They're going to become the Penguin Carriers 2.0's problem momentarily there. Lockjet not connecting anything with that SLR. Oh, and Oreo the Cookie sneaking here. Run the right side, south side rather, of the circle. His teammate Insanity goes down straight away, though. That is Rise with the down and the out. And all of a sudden, Oreo is surrounded. He gets taken down by Rise as well. Pizza is here, comes to his aid, but promptly gets executed by Ronnie Cray. And that is it. Instant Noodles are eliminated from the game. They've been removed from their packet. Still coming back now. Some Saint with a slightly questionable jump off the cliff to try and prevent Penguin getting the kill. Will not happen there as the Penguin Carriers take everyone out except Jinx by the looks of things, who is sneaking around the south side. Drave, Some Saint, they are all gone. Looks like shots are actually being... ooh, wow, very much in Jinx's direction right now. Moving just far enough away that the vehicle explosion wouldn't necessarily hurt her. Now Penguin and Co. are moving in. They smell blood. It looks like Katie is going to be moving around the right-hand side. Jinx needs to find a way to either get away or get a couple of kills really quickly. Opting for the mad dash approach underneath that defilade. I think that was the right decision. She cannot deal with the 1v3, 1v4 at the moment. Soda also on Overwatch duty, presumably with a sniper up on the hill. Jinx is being watched from a lot of directions, and running away is the correct option. But we have Dream Team nearby, and that is Order 66. Also in and around that building. A lot of dead bodies there as well. So a frustrating situation out of the frying pan into the wok as far as Jinx is concerned. Dan Meister of Sway Esports also trying to solo his way into the circle. Oh, we were looking at Johnny Tsunami earlier, who might have been able to gatekeep Penguin Carriers. A little bit ambitious on his part by the looks of things. Penguin Sniper now almost getting taken down. I believe that was from the rest of Squad 23. Johnny Tsunami and Co. out for revenge here. Oh, and we have Tony Soprano 92. That's the team captain from the Michael Madsen Appreciation Society going down there. So I think that's the first player they've lost all game long. They've kept a relatively low profile, but are doing tremendously well. Ronnie Cray, unfortunately, finishes off Jinx, which means that Whitgaff, who are in second place overall on the leaderboards, bow out in 14th place by the looks of things here in game number 2. Also looking for more, knows that there are basically people are swarming all over here. Gets knocked down to very low, and he has got that orb with him as well. Doesn't want to give up that beautiful gun. Stivey doing what he can to prize it from him from Order 66. Oh, almost a backstab onto Stivey there. Possible pan save. Penguin Sniper in the meantime taking out another member of Tsunami. And I think Johnny Tsunami is back up and Lockjack is there, so Babris will not be getting back up. LRK and Jonesy are just south of them as well, so there is the potential for the Penguin Carriers to be a little bit squished here. Donsel finally winning his duel with Stifle, who put up a really good fight, actually. And at times, I wasn't sure Donsel had the upper hand despite having the crate weapon. But that is it for Order 66. Dream Team will be able to wipe them out of the game. Penguin Sniper and Barnet Boy combined as well also take out Dream Team. So that's then gone. Possibly at the expense of Katie, though. She's been down by Ronnie Cray as Team Grinder now think about pushing up. Donsel and Ronnie Cray. Oh dear, that was an Orm inside that crate as well. So have the potential for extra supplies coming out from Team Grinder. The Dream Team, who are still in the game, TDT and Team Baboons have just swapped 1 kill each. Actually, that's big in the northwestern section of the circle. Let's go over there at the 10 o'clock position because this is a massive gatekeep. Black Deeb is potentially about to go down to Team 11 Noobsters. But, Dad, if we can take a look at the northwestern part of the circle. I think that's a massively important fight right now. That's Team 13 and 4, TDT and Team Baboon gatekeeping. Remember, Team Baboons won the previous game, and TDT incredibly strong as well. Soup King in particular with some excellent hits and knocks. Both last game and this game, but he is struggling a little bit at the moment, still being gatekept by Team Baboons, and the blue zone is going to be pushing him very, very shortly indeed, so he's going to have to do something to Puntic, unfortunately, and your boy Jonathan is right next to them, and Team 13 get eliminated, so that is it for TDT as Team Baboons wipe them out. All right, back into the thick of the action on the south side of the circle. You are watching the Zoo, Jaywick, Gwendog, Duck, and Falco pushing through. Team number 6, Toxic, where Silent Ninja and OK fell a little bit earlier. Xylex from Team Phantom, who have been largely quiet this game, I have to say. Looking for an opportunity to hit people, but Duck with the headshot from downtown says absolutely no, shutting him down hard. Where are the rest of his team? They're going to be caught out a little in the open there. And while it is quite a long way to run, they are also not necessarily at an advantage. You can see here, the Zoo are slowly moving in. And they're moving in as a group as well, always with all 4 of them there. Grenades going out from Painkillers on the other side now. This is the east side of the circle as they try and push in from the blue. We have Team 12 and Team 2, the Penguin Carriers and Painkillers in very close proximity to each other. Here's Supreme coming around the side, but Penguin and Soda both have angles on him. Penguin managed to get the down and the kill as a result with the support of his teammate. It's only Black Deep behind these containers now, and there are 3 separate members of Penguin Carriers who are chilling out here waiting for the opportunity. Looks like Black Deep manages to get down one member. That is Casey going down there, but Penguin instantly has the revenge kill, and as a result, I think they wipe out the Painkillers as well. The circle coming in, they're going to have to move. No time really to loot. With the crate weapons. With a level 3 military vest on the floor. Presumably he's sitting on it to keep it warm or something. I'm not really sure. But we know Donsel and Ronnie Cray are capable of great things. Again, never thought I would be saying Ronnie Cray is capable of great things. But, well, welcome to esports, ladies and gentlemen. I guess there's a first for everything. To be fair, he probably is capable, but so is Johnny Tsunami, who is rocking straight up on Donsel right now, and is then instantly regretting the decision as the org completely wipes him off the face of the map. Goodbye, team number 23. Oh dear, and Lockjack looks like he might have had a little bit of a connection issue as well. He was stood still as Donsel finished off that team as well. So unfortunately, they will not be going any further. We are down to 6 teams now on Miramar for game number 2. The Noobsters are up top. We see the Penguin Carriers off to the east, and then we also have Team Baboons. Again, all 4 members alive, winning game number 1 and being quite strong here in game number 2. Elsewhere, we have Team Phantom towards the south side, as well as the Zoo, or Quack Woof Core Bang, and you can see why I called them the Zoo. And they are alongside. So any one of these teams can win. To Puntic gets taken down very, very snappily to begin this engagement, this fight with Team Phantom. You don't necessarily realize that the Zoo are coming up behind them as well, so the potential for third partying here is absolutely huge. CJ, the team killer from Noobsters earlier on in the game. We're going to have to be asking him about that. He has got a decent number of weapons, but nowhere to go with them. And here come the frag grenades. That is the Zoo completely and utterly all over team number 18 Phantom, swarming over them. This is PUBG Zerg Rush, ladies and gentlemen, and Finn did not know what hit him. Run away as fast as you can. The rest of the team is to try and cut off that escape. It looks like they have actually found him, and Duck, with the headshot, is going to be able to eliminate Team Phantom, who go out in 6th place. We're now down to 3 people for Team Baboons, but still going strong. Their closest competitors geographically are CJ, who doesn't really want anyone to be getting involved with him at the moment, so that's relatively cool. And then they're quite far away from the Penguin Carriers, with a good bit of defilade separating them from the next circle. So a lot is going to depend whether we have to rotate northeast or southwest for the next circle. My personal prediction is that we're going to see the circle be more favorable for the zoo. So I reckon we'll be going towards the southwest position, and Quackwolf Corbang are going to enjoy potential space that's coming to them. Let's see if Coach Joro is correct. Coach Joro is categorically wrong, ladies and gentlemen. So we have got the edge of the warehouse that CJ is in. Arguably unwanted attention for him, being in the next circle. The rest of Penguin carriers are now rotating around. And unfortunately, this is going to end up being a rather disastrous 4v1 situation. CJ chilling in one of the rooms. Penguin carriers rightfully suspicious about what's going on in this compound. Katie and Penguin sweeping these rooms one at a time. Soda checking to make sure the balcony has been looted. But they are going to encounter CJ very shortly, and we also have PUBG Lebanon moving in. And that's Penguin Sniper going down, but that is not to CJ. That's actually to Invin, who's third-partying this from outside. So Penguin maybe a little bit misstep there. And actually, that could be what CJ really needs, because CJ does not want the Penguin carriers to explore the rest of this building. He just wants to sit in here and be quiet. So he's very happy that there are other people involved in this fight now. It looks like more people are going to be moving in towards this warehouse as well. Zoo looking like they're moving forth. Your boy Jonathan spotting a couple of them and trying to get some shots off. I think he managed to get a headshot there, but I couldn't quite tell on who. Jay Wick potentially... No, it's not actually him. It must have been on someone else, but he manages to return fire. And as a result, Team Baboons are going to have to hold off for now. Team 9 eliminated a Duck with an excellent grenade to take out Donzel. So that's Team Grinder out in 5th place. Oh, and Invin, he might be biting off more than he can chew there. Team Baboon's getting awfully close now to the zoo. Team Baboon's getting close to the zoo. Ah, I see what I did there. But that is true, and I feel like Gwen and Co are going to be fine against Invin. Oh, but hang on a second. The second person has decided to join in. Your boy Jonathan helping out with the Overwatch, and a small child coming up behind them to provide cover and support as well. And suddenly we have advantage. Team Baboons. They're doing incredibly well here. Falco, we're now just waiting for Wick. Oh my goodness, 3 members are down. Can they actually get the down onto Jay Wick? They can indeed. Team number 21, Quack with Corbang, otherwise known as the Zoo, are now out of the game. So we have 3 remaining, rushing to revive as many people as possible for Team Baboons. We also have the Penguin Carriers and CJ from the Noobsters still just chilling out here, being very, very happy to be just inside the zone. He has to wait until the Penguin Carriers all exit this building before he can rush out behind them, of course. Cannot risk it now because he basically just straight up dies. I have a feeling that the Penguin Carriers suspect he's there as well. Yeah, he does. That's unfortunate. Door opens. Frag goes in. Oh my. And Penguin Sniper once again gets down. Ever so slightly embarrassing, but that is still clinical from them. No matter, we'll be able to get revived. No third partying possible in this situation. Penguin Carriers now proceed out of the warehouse and potentially into the jaws of Team Baboon. Can they win their second game in a row? Here they come out of the warehouse. Your boy Jonathan taking a great position behind that box there. Small child opposite Penguin. This is going to be a one-on-one showdown. They're going to be peeking both sides, but the other side does have Soda available. That is Penguin Sniper down for a 3rd time. I have a feeling he's going to be staying down there. Yes, there you go, down and out. Invin managing to get the kills onto Soda Pop as well, and that is it. Team Baboon win their second game in a row from Penguin Carriers 2.0. Little bit of a fortunate final circle, but to be honest, you make your own fortune in this game. Their positioning was great, and they had to go through about 4 different teams to get there. So fantastic stuff, and that is 12 kills to their name for a second consecutive victory. Congratulations to them. In second place, as you can see there, we have the Penguin Carriers 2.0. And in third place, we have the Noobsters. Despite having no kills, their survivability skills were fantastic. So well done to all of them. We will be back with game number 3 of our 4 games this evening right after this short break. For those of you just tuning in, we are watching the PUBG Reddit June end of season tournament, and any one of you can join in the fun and join the Discord server at discord.gg/PUBG Reddit. Join the community, play the games that we have on every week, and this is the end of season tournament that we say as a thank you to everyone who takes part in our fantastic community event. That's it from us for now. We'll see you in a few minutes.